Now on CoastTV News.
Making county government more accessible, how a group of volunteers is aiming to keep public involved in Sussex County politics. Plus, events to honor Corporal Snook, what's taking place this weekend to continue to support the family of the Delaware State Trooper.
And it's been a frigid Friday morning. We've had wind chills as low as the single digits. Plenty of sunshine expected. I'm tracking a potential round of snow over the weekend and another round of Arctic air early next week.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, January 16th. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Starting off by taking a live look out into Rehoboth Beach this morning. It is sunny and clear. Chris, we've got a nice view today.
Good morning, Grace. Yes, beautiful blue skies out there, but what you don't see is those winds and those frigid wind chills like we had earlier this morning where you dipped as low as the single digits. We're at the freezing mark right now in Ocean View. Now, temperatures have warmed a bit from where they were this morning. We fell as low as 23 in Georgetown. We're up to 31 right now, 31 Bridgeville, 32 in Salisbury. Now, you can see wind chills. Still feels like 19 in Indian River Inlet. Still feels like 20 in Lewis and 22 in Ocean City. Winds are more out of the west, gusting 20 to 25 miles an hour. In fact, we'll see more of a southwest wind kick in throughout the afternoon. We're going to continue to see clear skies through the day today. Clouds will begin to increase overnight as this area of low pressure across the upper Great Lakes region swings by the area tomorrow, late tomorrow morning through the afternoon. So temperatures are going to be rising mid to upper 30s through the day today, and then we'll fall right around the freezing mark through the evening, and those wind chills will remain in the mid to upper 20s through the day today. Coming up, I'll have the latest on a possible round of light snow over the weekend, and then another blast of Arctic air into next week. We'll talk about it here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. New this morning, Cambridge police say a 74-year-old man was arrested after a disturbance at a Cambridge Walmart. Officers say they were called after the man stayed in a baby changing room for about 4 hours and refused to leave. Cambridge police say he then threatened officers with a lighter and canned food before a taser was used to take the man into custody. That man then taken to the hospital as a precaution. He's now facing trespassing and assault charges. Delaware State President pro tempore Dave Sokola announced he will not seek re-election this year, ending a legislative career that began in 1990. Sokola is currently the longest-serving member of the Delaware General Assembly. He cited education reform, civil rights, and gun safety among his accomplishments. Sokola said his remaining priorities include updating Delaware's school funding formula and addressing health care and energy costs before the legislative session ends on June 30th. Delaware Democratic leaders praised his decades of steady leadership and lasting impact on the state. Delaware Governor Matt Meyer saying in part, quote, Senator Dave Sokola is a leader whose steady presence and thoughtful approach have helped shape public service in our state for a generation. He leads with heart as much as he does with principle, end quote. Governor Matt Meyer announcing he has nominated John Sheehan to serve as the next president of the Delaware State Board of Education. According to the governor's office, Sheehan was deeply involved in advancing the administration's priorities around education, workforce development, and opportunity for Delaware's children. His work focused on bringing stakeholders together towards modernizing school funding, strengthening pathways from education to careers, and ensuring public systems are responsive to families and their communities. And important to note, the Delaware Democratic Party is one seat away from securing a 2/3 supermajority in the state House. This comes after Republican State Representative Rich Collins announced his retirement at the end of his term. If a Democratic candidate takes his seat, the party would hold 28 out of the 41 positions in the state House. Republican Doug Conaway and Democrat Ryan Stuckey have both filed for this position. All of this and more information on what the state constitution says regarding a 2/3 supermajority can be found on our website, coasttv.com. Next, a group called Eyes on County Council held an informational meeting Thursday for new members. This organization sends volunteers to county council meetings to condense the info into a weekly digest for people who live in Sussex County to use to catch up on what they may have missed at those discussions. And with big decisions being made over developments such as Atlantic Fields, the organization says this helps people engage with county politics.
You see an empty council chamber. It's kind of stark. Right? There they are sitting up there doing their job and nobody is paying any attention. So, civic engagement is an important thing.
People interested in attending County Council to write notes for the digest can visit the Sussex Preservation Coalition's website. Now stay with us on CoastTV News Midday, because coming up, MLK weekend is packed with cool things to do. Stay tuned for a look at events happening across the region.
Despite sunny skies, the blustery conditions continue on the peninsula as we go into the weekend. We'll see a brief round of showers Saturday, but watching the coast for a round of light snow in through Saturday evening. Congratulations to Sharon Vitri of Selbyville, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from CoastTV. The latest snowfall projections coming up.
The Newcastle DMV remains closed in Delaware after Corporal Matthew Ty Snook was shot and killed there in December. NBC 10's Tim Furlong has the latest as the community does what it can to give back to the Snook family.
Flowers for Corporal Snook still outside the main doors of the Newcastle DMV location. Some drivers still showing up for inspections and other services, only to find the doors still locked and signs directing them to their Delaware City location. DelDOT tells me that the facility won't reopen in January, and while they wouldn't give me specifics, they do tell me when it does reopen, customers are going to find some security enhancements.
That's my main concern, is that my employees were okay. The first thing I asked them when they called was, "Are you okay?" And get out.
Ed owns the hot dog truck outside of the DMV and said the call from his employees during the shooting December 23rd was as scary as you'd imagine it would be, but he, like so many others, now looking forward to the DMV reopening sooner rather than later.
The owner of the food truck says obviously his pain doesn't compare in any way to that of the Snook family, but he says he's hurting financially. This is his only truck. Moving it is not an option, and he says he also really worries about his employees who need their paycheck.
Anybody who loses a paycheck for a month, not many people can survive that. It's employees and vendors, and it's a trickle-down effect.
When he does reopen, Ed plans to do a fundraiser for the Snook family. And speaking of fundraisers,
it was such a loss. We all felt it.
You still have time to get to Luigi's Cafe Pizza and Pasta in Hocus, Delaware, where they're giving half their proceeds tonight to the Snook family. The corporal was a regular here, and when he learned of his death, the owner knew right away he would step up to help his family.
Yeah, he would come in every other Saturday or so and pick up some food for the family. Such a nice guy, just a genuine good guy, and just especially that he has a baby girl. That really got me because I just got a couple kids myself.
We will keep you updated on the DMV situation, and we will let you know when we learn of a reopening date. Tim Furlong, WRDE Coast TV News.
And the Rehoboth Beach Barbell Club hosting an event honoring Trooper Snook. According to their Facebook page, the Lift in Honor takes place this Saturday, January 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., bringing people together through fitness challenges. The club says donations go directly to the official fundraiser supporting Corporal Snook's young family. And on Sunday, the Blue Line Network is honoring Corporal Snook. The video you see here is from an event they did earlier this month. It will take place at Hudson Fields in Milton. Cars will be directed through a designated area where volunteers will place a memorial sticker on the back of each car window. There's no charge, but donations are requested. Organizers say that 100% of those proceeds will go directly to the Snook family. And coming up next, we're looking at Chris Mastrobono on the Chris Cam. He's in the First Alert Weather Center, and he's got your full forecast, including that chance of snow this weekend after this.
Well, it's always nice having a mostly sunny Friday, but the problem is these wind chills have been a thorn in our side through the morning. Right now we're at 31 in Rehoboth, and look at these wind chills still in the low 20s, feeling like 21 in Rehoboth, 20 in Milford, 23 in Georgetown, still feeling like 19 in Indian River Inlet, all thanks to the wind gusts still anywhere between about 22 in Indian River Inlet to 21 in Salisbury. Now we're seeing more of a west wind right now. They will begin to shift out of the southwest through the day today. We have a small craft advisory up for a few more hours here. That was downgraded. We had a gale warning up there for most of the last day, and then we have small craft advisories up for the Chesapeake, running from Smith Island up through Easton for about 4 o'clock on your Saturday. Most of the clouds are back off to the west. We're seeing clear skies throughout the area, tracking this Clipper system diving across the upper Great Lakes region. That's going to be bringing in a brief round of showers through the middle part of the day tomorrow. Then we're going to see our coastal storm begin to develop off the Carolinas as we go into the day on Saturday. So it's a bright, cold Friday. Temperatures getting up into the mid to upper 30s, slightly milder into Saturday as we push back into the 40s, and watching for that brief period of rain in the latter part of the morning, and then watching the coast into Sunday for that potential round of light snow across the area. Mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. Will top out in the mid to upper 30s. Will fall to 31 by this evening under mainly clear skies. As we go into the overnight, clouds will begin to increase. Will fall to 29 in Georgetown, 30 Lewis, 28 in Selbyville. As those winds begin to shift out of the southwest through the overnight, that's going to allow for temperatures to not fall all that much with the added cloud cover. By tomorrow, we see winds continue out of the southwest, gusting to 30 miles an hour. So precipitation chances over the next 5 days, we see that 57% chance on Sunday. As we go into the day tomorrow, that area of moisture, if you're going up to Newcastle County, northern midshore, southeastern Pennsylvania, you'll run into a light round of snow midday tomorrow. For us, we're just looking at a few stray showers into the middle part of the day. Most of the day is dry, but we turn slightly milder, 47 degrees. Some areas on the peninsula touching around the 50-degree mark. Then as we go into Sunday, we watch that area of low pressure off the Carolinas push to our southeast. Most of the energy should remain offshore, but we are on the northwest portion of this precipitation shield, so we're going to see an area of snow develop late in the afternoon through the evening. The further west you go, the less snow you're going to see, and then we're looking at that snow coming to an end by Sunday night. And then you guessed it, another round of Arctic air. So a general coating to an inch for most of the area. Again, further west you go, the less. And then we're looking at maybe squeeze out an inch or two from Ocean City on southward. And then, yes, we're going to see another blast of Arctic air. By next Tuesday, we're going to see temperatures struggle to get out of the 20s. A cold but dry Martin Luther King Jr. Day, 38 degrees. And then we'll see temperatures moderate back into the lower 40s into the middle part of next week. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 8:30 p.m. UMES takes on Copen State in women's basketball. Then catch that final score at 10:30 p.m. And you can watch that game on DSN Plus along with these exclusives. 5:30 Snow Hill visits Pocomoke in boys basketball. At 6 p.m. Worcester Prep battles Salisbury Christian in boys basketball. At 6:30 Cape Henlopen hosting Milford in boys basketball. Also at 6:30 Caesar Rodney faces Smyrna in boys basketball. And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Happy Friday, Coastal Delmarva. If you join us today at 4 on Coast Life, here is what's coming your way. We've got our first ever Judge Charlie. That's right, court is now in session, and we've got a pizza problem to settle. Also, looking ahead to Sunday, will it, won't it, could there be snow? We're going to check in with our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, as well to get some more details on that. And of course, what's new at the theater with our friends at the Possum Point Players. All of that and more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
It's another winter weekend on the coast, but there's no shortage of cool things to do, even in the off-season. Coast TV's Christina DiRobertis highlights the annual celebrations, plus some fun new events happening this weekend.
It is Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, and there are lots of ways to honor the civil rights hero. One event doubles as a celebration of rhythm and blues. Music and history will all fill the Ocean City Convention Center for Dreamfest. Also at Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth, a night of music honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's happening Friday at 7 p.m. The celebration features soul, gospel, and classic hits, and our Paul Williams is emceeing the event. In Lewis, you can get hands-on at a cake decorating workshop at the Lewis Public Library. That's Saturday starting at 1:30. You'll learn basics like frosting and piping and go home with your own creation. In South Bethany, Misaki Sushi is hosting a roll your own sushi class. That's Saturday at 5. You'll learn how to make 2 rolls with ingredients and sake included. And in downtown Dover, it's Dover Winterfest this weekend. There's going to be food vendors, art, culture, even live ice sculpting. Just visit CoastTV.com and click on Cool Things to Do for event tickets, details, and more.
A Seaford hotel slated for demolition may be extending its stay. This as the Seaford Inn's property owner says there is a new plan to revitalize the old hotel. The building has been slowly falling apart ever since it closed down in 2020. Seaford's council voted to demolish it back in October, but now the owner says he's selling it. According to the current owner, Sony Patel, the new owners have a plan to put revitalization experiences on the property. It would save the city $450,000 on demolition costs.
Seaford needs to have beautiful things to look at, and to draw people into Seaford. The water would be just the perfect spot. Overlooking the water there would be wonderful.
Seaford's mayor says the council voted to give the new owner 60 days to decide on their plans. The mayor says they have until mid-March to demonstrate progress, and if not, then the city may have to move forward with the demolition.
Keeping warm is the objective on this Friday, and temperatures right now in Lewis right around 31 degrees, and the sunshine not really warming us up all that much through the afternoon. We'll top out in the mid-30s under those sunny skies. You get your latest forecast by dialing our First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead Mandalas Federico. We'll have a cold 10-day forecast after the break. Well, make sure you have your sunglasses and a nice winter coat through the afternoon today as we take a live look into Rehoboth. 31 degrees there, still below the freezing mark. We'll bump up into the mid-30s through the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies for our Friday. We'll bump up to 47 into our Saturday with a midday shower pushing through the region. Then we watch that light snow chance as we go into late Sunday afternoon through Sunday evening, yielding about a coating to an inch across the peninsula. We dry out in through Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a sunny, dry day, and then there's that second shot of Arctic air as we go into early next week. 27 degrees by your Tuesday. Wind chills are going to be in the single digits and teens once again come Tuesday morning, and then we'll moderate the temperatures back into the 40s through most of next week. We stay dry, and then we could potentially see some more wintry weather by next weekend. Grace.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us for Coast TV News Midday. If you like more local news or local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. And don't forget to join us back here for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Until then, have a great day.